The greatest wealth is to live content with little. At the touch of love, everyone becomes a poet. To prefer evil to good is not in human nature, and when a man is compelled to choose one of two evils, no one will choose the greater when he might have the less. Justice in the life and conduct of the state is possible only as first it resides in the hearts and souls of the citizens. There are two things a person should never be angry at: what they can help and what they cannot. Attention to health is life's greatest hindrance. Honesty is for the most part less profitable than dishonesty. There is no harm in repeating a good thing. This city is what it is because our citizens are what they are. Every heart sings a song, incomplete, until another heart whispers back. Those who wish to sing always find a song. At the touch of a lover, everyone becomes a poet. Ignorance, the root and stem of all evil. Knowledge becomes evil if the aim be not virtuous. For good nurture and education implant good constitutions. Science is nothing but perception. Let parents bequeath to their children not riches, but the spirit of reverence. Life must be lived as play. No man should bring children into the world who is unwilling to persevere to the end in their nature and education. Astronomy compels the soul to look upwards and leads us from this world to another. The direction in which education starts a man will determine his future in life. Better a little which is well done than a great deal imperfectly. Necessity, the mother of invention. Music is the movement of sound to reach the soul for the education of its virtue. Death is not the worst that can happen to men. When men speak ill of thee, live so as nobody may believe them. The punishment which the wise suffer who refuse to take part in the government is to live under the government of worse men. Rhetoric is the art of ruling the minds of men. To be sure I must, and therefore I may assume that your silence gives consent. He who commits injustice is ever made more wretched than he who suffers it. This and no other is the root from which a tyrant springs. When he first appears, he is a protector. Love is the joy of the good, the wonder of the wise, the amazement of the gods. When the mind is thinking, it is talking to itself. Democracy passes into despotism. Knowledge without justice ought to be called cunning rather than wisdom. He who is not a good servant will not be a good master. Apply yourself both now and in the next life. Without effort, you cannot be prosperous. Though the land be good, you cannot have an abundant crop without cultivation. All the gold which is under or upon the earth is not enough to give in exchange for virtue. Wonder is the feeling of the philosopher, and philosophy begins in wonder. The good is the beautiful. It is right to give every man his due. As the builders say, the larger stones do not lie well without the lesser. He who is of calm and happy nature will hardly feel the pressure of age, but to him who is of an opposite disposition, youth and age are equally a burden. Twice and thrice over, as they say, good is it to repeat and review what is good. Justice means minding one's own business and not meddling with other men's concerns. Knowledge which is acquired under compulsion obtains no hold on the mind. The most important part of education is proper training in the nursery. The community which has neither poverty nor riches will always have the noblest principles. The curse of me and my nation is that we always think things can be bettered by immediate action of some sort, any sort rather than no sort. Man is a wingless animal with 2 feet and flat nails. It is a common saying, and in everybody's mouth, that life is but a sojourn. The difficulty, my friends, is not in avoiding death, but in avoiding unrighteousness, for that runs faster than death. The unexamined life is not worth living. He who wishes to serve his country must have not only the power to think, but the will to act. Pleasure is the bait of sin.